We sent out 10 people across Singapore.
Oh wow, it's a little bit difficult to navigate here.
They have one mission:
There's more junk in front.
to find out if Singapore public housing estates have a cluttered corridor problem.
Ooh,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, this is definitely a hazard.
And is this the worst that you've seen in the West?
Yeah, they're stacked up quite high, up to the level of the railing.
Some corridors, right, you just can't even move. I can't go like forward, just sideways. Like, I was going through like some maze.
There's plants blocking one side of the corridor. There's tons and tons of storage cabinets. You got bikes, shoes.
Almost every block we checked, and we went to more than 70 blocks, had corridors in this state. 4 months ago, Talking Point viewer King Ng wrote into us. We asked you if you're facing the same issue. Over 200 of you responded, with almost 60% saying yes. In this Talking Point special, I find out when is something like this considered clutter, and just how dangerous can it be. This is Kimberly Chan's 5-room HDB flat.
Hi, Munah. Hi. Hello.
She's been trying to sell the house for the last 5 months, but she lives opposite this.
So, all of those things, are they yours?
No, not mine. My neighbors. This hoarding actually started about 8 or 9 years ago.
And have you actually spoken to your neighbor about the clutter?
She is unwilling to let go of her things. I had actually written into one service about 3 to 4 years after she started the hoarding. My grandma was on a wheelchair, right? We were unable to push her out of the lift. So the clutter actually gathered all the way towards maybe less than 1.5 meters away from the lift entrance. Within 1 week, one service actually did send some counselors and volunteers to come and speak to her and to help her clear the clutter. However, every time they clear, let's say maybe on a Tuesday they clear it, Wednesday will be very clean. Thursday the clutter comes in again, and then by the weekend it's back to square one.
So, some people say that a cluttered corridor is just messy and slightly inconvenient. What would you say to that?
So back then when my grandma was still alive, right, we were concerned with the hygiene issues, fire, safety issues. Now that my grandmother has passed away and we are trying to sell the flat, when people come to view the unit, they see the clutter and they don't really want to see much more of the unit because it's actually very inconvenient.
My team and I tried repeatedly to speak to Kimberly's neighbor, but we were unsuccessful. Most Singaporeans live in public housing, but what they might not know, these common spaces right outside their doors don't belong to them. So these are the rules on how they can use the space. Imagine this is your HDB corridor. You might have plants or a shoe rack outside, but you must keep at least 1.2 meters clear. That means nothing should be placed within this area. There are no official statistics available on how widespread the issue of corridor clutter is across Singapore. So to figure out just how bad the situation is, I've done some digging. Each pin here represents a complaint I found online, on social media platforms and forums in the last 3 years. I've also included reports that our viewers have sent in. I've compiled nearly 80 complaints found across the island. And it seems that cluttered corridors are not limited to any one flat type or residential area. It's no wonder almost all of us have encountered corridor clutter. But what exactly are people placing outside their homes? That's why I have assembled this team, our very own Clutter Task Force.
You are going to be my eyes on the ground.
I'm sending 2 people each to the 5 regions in Singapore: North, South, East, West, and Central.
Remember to log the kinds of items that you find in these corridors. All right, let's go find that clutter.
Wow, I don't even know where to start. Here? Wow, it's a lot of things here, man.
There's even an exercise bike over here.
Wow, is this allowed?
Oh wow, a full sofa. 70 centimeters.
They're literally treating this whole corridor like a storeroom. And there's more boxes over here as well.
Oh wow, a lot of stuff lying around here. Everything is by the staircase landing.
There's a swing over here.
Look, more shelves. 75 cm.
51 cm.
56.
Now remember, there needs to be at least 1.2 meters of walking space along the corridor.
It's not good.
It's very tight space.
After 2 weeks, I'm bringing in my Clutter Task Force for a report.
It's really messy here. What are the items you found?
There are a lot of boxes, a lot of racks, a lot of like the shelves, some plants. And there was so much of mess.
Whoa, what is all this? Is this junk?
Yeah, so there are trash bags placed along this corridor. As you can see, they're stacked up quite high, up to the level of the railing.
This plant is huge and it's actually blocking the fire hydrant. This is quite beautiful.
They have their own little garden outside, then like chairs and a lot of plants.
Although what's this blue thing right here? Isn't it blocking the riser? And the chairs as well.
Yeah, it's actually a hazard.
We've grouped items in the corridors into categories. The most common items by far are excessive plants, followed by large shelves. Then it's what appears to be junk, items covered in dust and often combustible, such as cardboard boxes. And odd bits of furniture, what some may refer to as creative clutter. I want to know why people clutter their corridors. So I've arranged to meet 3 households my task force uncovered. Noor Elina Rafi lives in a 2-room rental flat in the east. Ramasamy Mule stays in a 4-room flat in central Singapore. And home for Candy Chung is a 2-room rental flat in the north. She's a little camera shy, so this is all you'll see of her.
Oh, look at this. This is quite a big clutter at the corridor. Hi, I'm Munah. Why is there so many things outside your corridor?
We have no space inside our house, so we need to put it out over here.
Why I'm keeping so many plants is I feel very happy to see the greeneries, especially in the morning when I wake up. I come out and spend about 15 to 20 minutes outside.
Hello, Auntie.
Hello.
Hello. Are these all your things out here?
Yes, some clothing, shoes, and luggage.
Have your neighbors complained about it being
no.
in the walkway?
No,
okay.
not ever.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you feel like you don't really need to clear it up?
Actually, I cleared up half of it already.
Oh, but there's still a lot of things at the corridor.
Previously, it's like the town council come just because I think over here got this fire case. So that's why they come here and my stuff is like more than this like actually.
Neighbors, they didn't come and complain to me, but I got a notice from town council saying that some neighbor complained town council said the walkway is too small, try to clear some plants.
So you have tried to declutter the corridor a little bit?
Yeah.
Do you think your clutter is dangerous with so many things?
Yes, because my neighbor have cluttered some bicycle that caught fire.
So your neighbor had a fire from their own clutter,
Yeah,
right?
their own
So does
clutter.
it worry you that your corridor is cluttered and it might cause the
Correct.
same thing as well?
Because on that day also we have carton box.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So that's
So
a
that's-
fire hazard, right?
Yes, correct.
I don't feel like it's dangerous because I always check the plants. The space is sufficient to go to structure all that in emergency.
我没有想到家里有很多东西，又不可以搬进去咯。
Almost a year ago, this was a site of a huge blaze.
A corridor in this block was lined with items all the way to the stairwell. Neighbors from the other floors had to help clear the area for residents to evacuate.
What was the experience like for you trying to escape the fire?
We actually run down from the 19th floor. When we reach 8.5 story, it's difficult to pass because there are a lot of cardboards and a lot of unwanted things there. My son helped to clear.
Helps to clear and also knock at the neighbors' house.
Because
as we go down.
So everyone's taking precaution, especially after the incident.
Yeah, most of the floors, the corridor is much clearer now.
But 10 months since the incident, there are still clear offenders. I confronted the homeowners. There was a fire that happened in this block, right? So having all these items, is it sort of a concern for you after what happened?
Personally, for me, yes, but I did ask my dad. The things in the corridor belongs to my dad. He said this is not so much of a hazard. It can be removed immediately. Nothing heavy and things like that.
To demonstrate just how deadly a cluttered corridor can be, I'm bringing in Amanda Huang and Chang Tzu Chiang from Hope Ambulance. We're setting up a cluttered corridor based off common items my clutter task force have found across Singapore.
This is Min. He just had a heart attack. Ideally, he needs to get help as soon as possible. I want to see how long it will take a team of paramedics to get through a cluttered corridor to save him. All right, hi guys. So Min at the end of the corridor is having a heart attack. Are you guys ready to save him?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna time you. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah.
Go. Table.
ขึ้นมาค่ะ cupboard เอาก่อน
Your time is 3 minutes 35 seconds. Is that considered a good time or a bad time?
It's slightly a little bit delayed.
I saw the both of you struggling to get through some of the items, especially when you were bringing Min back, right?
We have seen worse. Wardrobes, couches, anything that they don't want in their house, we just dump it out, I guess.
Oh yeah, and how do you maneuver through that?
That's what we did just now. Shift everything we can.
We're clearing the corridor to have the regulated minimum 1.2 meters of clear space before we try again.
Ready?
Ready?
Okay, your time starts now. "20 seconds and they got to Min. And time! Wow! 1 minute 15 seconds. That's less than half the time from before.
It's actually a very big significance. Patients needs the time. The shorter the time, the better it is.
There have been reports in the media that corridor clutters can lead to delayed help, and even deaths. Which is why I'm going to send some help to our 3 households.
And why couldn't you stick to the guidelines even after town council came?
Very sad to throw.
Some of the items are memories for us.
Got no time to clean up because I have to look after the 2 grandchildren.
Could these experts find solutions for our households?
Oh, careful, careful, Mark, careful.
我们今天会帮你清理。
Remember Lena? She has items stacked from floor to ceiling in her corridor. Mrs. Mule has an excessive number of plants outside her home. And Candy has bags of clothes, luggage, and even a standing fan lined up along her corridor. If we were able to get professional help for you to clear it out, would you be okay with it?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Both Lena and Mrs. Mule have received town council notices asking them to clean up their corridors, while Candy received a town council notice for putting items inside her riser. Items which now forms a part of the clutter here, outside her home. So I'm sending in the experts. And I'm starting with Ramasamy Mule's home. Rockco has 4 years of experience in cultivating and designing farms in urban spaces.
Hello, Mrs. Mule, we're back. This is Rock. Can you talk us through your plants that you have here?
I have a lot of herbal plants. This is devil's backbone, balloon wine, moringa. I'm keeping so many because every week I use for soups.
So you use it for cooking?
Yeah, and then some for prayers, all that.
And I noticed that you elevate the pots. Do you have a challenge with light here?
Yeah. Some because if I kept it down, it's not getting sufficient sunlight. That's why I elevated to until this side. This is my favorite plant.
Yes.
This is banana tree. This is my 4th generation. From when the banana shoots come out, I always give to my neighbors. Then actually this is a leaf we use for prayers. Then some festivals we use to eat food with biryani, all that we eat with banana leaf. But while cutting, I feel like my heart pain.
Oh no! Mrs. Mule, we're gonna let the experts handle it.
for Lena, I've called on Martini Constance. Martini is a professional declutterer who subscribes to the KonMari method, letting go of items that don't spark joy.
This one is a frame over here, baby frame.
Is it a new or used?
It's a new one, so we haven't used it yet.
So you are keeping some of the new items here.
Yes, correct.
Okay. Do you still want to use this, or is something that you don't think you were going to use?
I want to pass down to my daughter because she got a baby.
okay,
So that she
okay.
can put the baby face over
If that's
here.
the case, then she pass to her
Yeah,
as soon as
yeah,
possible
yeah,
so
yeah.
that she can use
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Rather than we keep it here. Okay. Okay. So any other things like?
Some of this is the baby things inside here. Yeah, you see.
Okay, so these are for future use.
Yeah.
Okay. Candy is getting help from volunteers who have over 20 years of experience helping needy households declutter.
Hello, Auntie. We're back here, and this is the team from Keeping Hope Alive. They're going to help to declutter your corridor space. This is Rich.
大家好，今天我们会帮你清理你的走廊，好不好？等一下有什么东西需要留的、要丢的，让我们知道，我们尽量弄到干干净净、美美给你过年，好不好？
好，谢
好，没问题。来，我们开始。
Let's start then.
Our 3 households have agreed to get help to clear their corridor. As our experts work with them, I'm going to show our profiles just how much stuff they are storing outside their homes.
These are clothes. So these are books.
You might be wondering if Talking Point is holding a garage sale. We're not. I've taken everything from Lena's corridor and laid it out here.
These are all your things. Did you expect to have these many things?
No at all.
Why is it so difficult to let go of things we own?
Fear of the future. So like we're keeping things just in case. So another is attachment to the past. Things that have memories even though we are not using them anymore. Probably we start with this kitchen item, this steamer. Have you used it before?
This one, my mom gave it to me. I never tried it before.
Okay, if that's the case, right, what you can do is test it. If it works, then maybe you can use it rather than keep it in the storage, right? So if it's not working, then get rid of it. Okay?
Okay.
For ease of sorting, Martini has grouped Lena's items into categories. For instance, kitchen items, stationery, and what she calls sentimental items.
The plastic. When we go for picnic.
When was the last time you used this?
Last month maybe.
So we're going to keep this.
The rain pushed us inside, but the decluttering must go on.
Okay, so photograph is sentimental item. Do you want to go through it now or you want to take some time to go through it?
Oh, I want to keep. You want to keep all the photos? Yeah, all the graduation photos.
If you have a lot of photographs, right, you may actually choose to digitize it, scan it, alright, so you can store it digitally. Otherwise, you might want to display them in the house rather than keep it in the box, then you don't see them. This one is another one.
Is it a floaty?
Yeah, floating. I don't know if it still works or not lah.
Do you think you will want to use it?
Yeah, so
Very good.
This is what we removed from Mrs. Moulet's corridor. A total of 30 plants.
You really have to reduce the number. You want your babies to thrive.
Let us know what you think, which one we should let go of and which one we can keep.
We go plant by plant if you okay. I believe you like your moringa plants. You have 8.
Really? How many moringa plants do you want to keep now?
Maybe 3.
Okay, we can negotiate on the number. What other things we want?
My curry leaf.
We may have to trim a little bit because of the height.
Yeah, I will trim it myself. the bitter leaf.
Okay. Alright,
And then the lemon leaf and then this
Balloon
another
vine.
one. Oh, my banana tree.
Oh, your banana plant. Okay, let me ask you, do you think your banana plant can be thriving in a
yeah,
bigger environment, outdoor environment?
This my...
Your baby, right?
Yeah, this is my clothes.
And I totally understand.
Yeah.
What's the game plan here?
Okay, so we're gonna report into a planting system that is slimmer in size and fits the profile of the corridor. We did negotiate and reduce the entire numbers here to half of it.
Okay, that's getting somewhere.
Over at Candy's, the team at Keeping Hope Alive is making quick work of items outside Candy's corridor, most of which are clothes and shoes belonging to a family of 6.
So, Auntie, you've got a lot of clothes in storage here. Do you feel like you need all of it, or you want to throw most of it?
丢掉又心痛，浪费。这个丢掉很浪费哦。
有鞋子哪个要丢掉的吗？
鞋子哈，这个没有了，
这一个而已哦。
剩一个
没有，那边还多一个。
Some we have to find the other side, yeah.
衣服这些放在你家里你就没有位走了。
就是啦。雨裤啊，
雨衣都不见了。
My daughter cannot wear 啦。
不可以穿的话就是拜拜。
丢掉啦。
Our 3 households have each received town council notices for leaving way too many items outside their homes. We spoke to one town council that has been seeing a rise in corridor clutter. Marine Parade Town Council received 609 reports of bulky obstructions for the whole of 2023. That's almost 2 complaints every day. In 2024, complaints have surpassed that of 2023 to reach 688. It's nearly a 13% increase.
Town council, anybody home?
What does it take for town councils to get residents to clean up their corridors? In housing blocks across Singapore, there are notices asking people to not clutter common areas. So why aren't people complying? I'm out with Marine Parade Town Council on their annual decluttering exercise.
Town council, anybody home?
Hello, anybody at home?
So this one is blocking the way,
That's right.
So we have to.
We will have to
stick
also
it and let them
warn
know.
the resident. Hello, hello, uncle. 你好，你好。这辆脚踏车是不是你的？
要搬掉啊？
不可以放在这啊。You can't put it at the staircase area. 是谁的？
My daughter's, I got to remove it, is it?
Yes, we will give you about 7 to 10 days time to remove.
I don't know when you'll be back. I think end of the month.
Can we just help you to put it over here?
No, I think that is the best place right here. Is
No.
very good.
Because we always classify this as a fire escape route for the staircase area. So we rather have it over here if it still gives us a 1.2 meter.
Less space to.
No, at least it won't cause a danger.
I think wait lah, for her to come back lah.
But you tell your daughter that we have came around. We'll come back again. Obstructing the 3 meters radius of the staircase, we call that a fire escape road. When there's a fire, we have no lights, and these are the obstacles that can block anyone from escaping from the fire. So that's why we will actually, by all means, try to get rid of these items. There are some items that look like it is no more in use. We will assist them to get it removed. And more importantly, we will keep it for the next 30 days so that if they need it, they can still come and claim it from us.
Okay, so
Yeah.
meaning you don't need to get the approval to remove things like these?
We have already given them warning earlier.
Okay, I see.
Where there's a rack that's of this size, normally we will advise them to tell them that, hey, we will need to seek their support to get it removed and change to a smaller shoe rack.
Is a fine ever issued if they don't clear the item?
We have ever fined, I would say probably on average about 6 to 7 fines a year.
When is the last straw? When do you actually issue the fine?
That is when repeatedly they just don't want to cooperate with us.
And how much would a fine be?
Oh, it's composite fine. The first fine will be 100, followed by a 200 and 400.
It took us 2 hours to patrol one block. Imagine the number of officers and the time it takes to do a round of checks across the entire neighborhood. And as I've seen earlier, it's not an easy task to persuade residents to clean up. Most HDB corridors have only a width of 1.5 meters. Cluttered corridors are often a result of space constraints in the home. So I wonder, would building wider corridors help? Henry Octavianus has been a part of a team that had designed 5 HDB estates to date. Why don't we just design wider corridors?
Well, for one, functionally, corridors are designed for residents to be able to make their way to the lift lobby and vice versa. We design for designated spaces to cater for these kind of users. So one example would be at the ground floor, we have bicycle parking lots, areas where residents can use to park their bicycles. Right? The other examples would be the community gardens, where residents can do their community gardenings. Right? So some of these spaces, we have designed it specifically for a specific purpose. Some of these spaces, like for example corridors and lift lobbies, they're constituted as GFA, which is a gross floor area. If you were to enlarge the common corridors, that will constitute a lot more GFA that is needed. We're also mindful that there is minimum requirements for residential units for HDB.
So there are residents who build their own communal space in their corridor, right? So will having a designated space like this make them feel like there's an outlet for that community space? They don't have to build one in their corridor itself.
Well, when we designed these developments, our idea was to ensure that the communities here, especially the residents, they're able to communicate and mingle with one another. So as you can see over here at this lift lobby, right, we have benches. So this is actually a space that we've created for residents at this particular level to be able to talk to their neighbours, especially when waiting for the lift to come. The very reason why we chose the lift lobby, because everybody will take lift to go up and down, right?
While most HDB blocks in Singapore have bicycle parking in the void deck, not all HDB estates in Singapore have communal roof gardens. But personal items are not allowed to be placed there. Since we can't build wider corridors, we will need to declutter. I wonder how our cleanup efforts are coming along. It's time for the big reveal.
1, 2, open!
Wow!
This particular veggie tray system can be stacked. As of now, we are looking at about 8 plants to 10 plants at most. So it's still a manageable size, but essentially you have reduced the amount of cluttering within the corridors.
Yeah. Wow. It looks like a brand new space. So what are the plants here that you've put in?
We basically kept those that she requested, except for the banana plant.
Okay, so I think it's time to show Mrs. Mulay the new space. Hello! Please be prepared, okay? I know it's an exciting time. Okay, turn around. I'm just gonna cover your eyes if you don't mind. All right, ready? 1, 2, open!
Wow.
How do you
Very
feel?
nice. It becomes so little.
It's all compact and efficient with the space.
But do you recognize your plant?
It looks different now.
Do you like it?
Yeah, nice.
It's much neater, more concise.
Neat. Yeah,
Yes.
neat.
You don't really have the right microclimate to grow a lot of edible plants, given the fact that you only have 2 hours of direct sunlight. And this will create a problem. Eventually, everything will go over the fence. So this is the aloe vera plant you requested. One of the bigger one. Of course, we added the salted coriander.
Okay.
Your balloon vine, and of course the devil's back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's right at the back, and there's 2 over there.
Okay.
And bitter leaves, it is a creeper, right?
Yeah.
So we will let it creep it around here as the cover. And we also added Brazilian spinach. It is a creeper, so we are hoping bitter and Brazilian spinach will meet halfway. Yeah, and you can use that for your omelette. So basically, everything that you requested, except
banana tree.
Your banana plant. So what my suggestion to you is garner a community together and advocate for a community garden. Your banana plant will really thrive there.
So will you maintain this?
Yeah, it's very easy compared to last time.
And how will you maintain it?
Actually, the creeper plants all got more space to move around. And then the pruning also, when I do pruning also, is easier to do, all in a row. Previously, it was, here and there the parts are.
Yeah.
It's all in a row. It's nice to see also.
Nice. The cost for 4 tiers of these racks, 198 Singapore dollars. Over at Lena's,
Take out the kitchen first. Okay. We stack it up so that we can optimize the space. Let's put the bench here so we can put the shoes, balls for the outdoor, right? So we can keep the outside. Is it foldable?
I would assume so, Fold.
Okay, I know how to store it.
Yes.
It's not.
See, this is why you are the expert. Okay, looks
Yay.
like we are done.
Yes.
Oh, good job, Martini. Okay, let me measure. How much? Oh, we have 135
Wow. Okay.
centimeters. That's well within 1.2 meters of corridor space needed. Each of these transparent boxes cost less than $20. Shall we show Lena? Let's go. Lena! Can we show you Martini's completed work? So this is your decluttered corridor. How do you feel about it?
Quite okay, I mean like more tidy. Yes. Yeah. And we also find a dedicated place to store the item that you choose to keep. Like for example, outdoor stuff, these 2 boxes. So in the future, when you actually have the similar item, remember after you use, right, you put back to those boxes that is dedicated for the purpose. So everything needs to have a home. And it also helps you in the future if you want to find the things, you know where to go to.
So Lena, do you think you can maintain this?
Yes, I think that I can maintain like this. I think that by not taking so much things from my relatives, they like to pass down all the used clothes to me. Yeah, that's where that all cluttered with all those things.
When you want to choose what to keep here, be mindful whether this is something that you really want to use in the future. Because like you say, you receive a lot of gifts from your friends and relatives, right? But in the end, you didn't use them, it became a cluttered.
Hello, Auntie. So we've reorganized your corridor. Do you want to come out and take a look?
Oh, yes.
Do you want to come out here? So How do you feel seeing your corridor transform by the team's work? Yeah.
I feel happy and comfortable. Better than last time. 还有很多位置给我放鞋子啊。
The team from Keeping Hope Alive put in slim shoe racks that are designed for a compact space. For the clothing, luggage, and fan, the team has moved them inside the home where they should belong. Now Candy has more corridor space. It's been a few weeks since we've cleaned up their corridors, and I haven't told any of them I'm doing this, but it's time for a spot check. Everything looks relatively neat at Lena's. This is also the case at Candy's. And over at Mrs. Moulet's house?
Hi, Mrs. Moulet. Hello. I see that you've kept your corridor very neat and tidy.
Yeah, it's very
How
clean.
are things going?
Yeah, everything is going on well. Every day I feel very happy to see the new structure. It's easy to maintain.
So are you looking to apply for the community
Yeah,
garden?
I'm
that we talked
actually
about?
doing.
Oh, are you? Okay.
I'm halfway of doing that. Actually, this will be very helpful in this area because a lot of us are having a banana tree and then some trees with us. Actually, it may help us. That's why I'm actually planning to apply for it.
Okay, great. All the best with that,
Thank
and
you,
keep
thank
up
you.
the good work. It looks amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
It's okay, everything will be reported. Okay? This is the process. Trust the process.
This one is a lot of dust.
Allergic to dust?
Highly allergic. Don't breathe. Oh my gosh.
You want a pair of gloves?